Hey, um, I'm gonna talk about racial profiling in my essay. I'm gonna talk about how kids, me, myself, an African American male, uh, the introduction. I'm gonna talk about how we are racially profiled, how we can't really go into stores with a hat or a hoodie or book bag. We have to be told to put our book bag away. We have to be told to take our hat off. And before this coronavirus, we had to take any mask off. So if it was cold outside, you had a face mask, you had to take that off. I'm going to talk about how in today's world we are racially profiled. You know what I'm saying? Us black people are not equivalent to the average person. White, Indian, Asian, Blasian, um, Japanese, Arab. We're not that. So basically, my introduction is that. My thesis statement is basically I'm going to say racism is an issue that has affected many individuals within the black community for years. With protests, rallies, movements, and the much advocacy, African Americans have come a long way. Many feel, however, that there's still a long way to go as the community continues to be affected by racism and discrimination in even today's world. I'm going to drop that at the end of my introduction. And then the first quote I'm going to go into from the book um, Walking Next to Michael Brown. Eric Holmes. Yeah, Eric Holmes. The quote I'm going to be using is racial profiling is not an issue of nuisance. We're talking about what an armed police officer sees. Sometimes from 100 yards away in a moment of crisis, he saw a black, he shot. I'm going to talk about that quote. I'm going to explain it in the introduction. I'm sorry. Prior to my first body paragraph. Second body paragraph, I'm going to talk about the second quote from Superior Fantasies narrative. I think there's a difference between Caucasian person and a white person. That quote right there means a lot to me. And because a Caucasian and a white person, they are different. And in the second paragraph, I'm going to go into it, explaining the difference between the two, in my opinion, and from the quote from the book. You know what I'm saying? As an African American who's been affected by this, I can definitely give enough intel or details on the situation. Quote 3, Superior Fantasies narrator. I started to ask myself how I started this shit. Excuse my language. Quote. This apologizing for the color of my skin. Why did I immediately know what to do in this situation? I also feel some type of way about this. I feel in certain areas of the world or certain locations in the world, I have to act not myself. And I feel like more of the black people in general do the same thing. That can lead to professional environments. That can lead to on the phone, you talking to like a manager or business area. We're not able to articulate how we truly feel about something or someone. We can, but deep down inside, it's not. We can't really truly be who we are. You get what I'm saying? And I felt exactly what he felt, especially being on the train. Like you want to act a little bit more than what you are, and it's not. And I will explain a lot in that quote 3. That quote 3 will probably be my body paragraph number 3 or 4. I will put them in one of them. Quote 5, and then I'm wrapping this up. Superior Fantasies by Nathan James. I'm gonna put Nathan James in there too. When I speak of white America, I do not speak of every white citizen in America. I speak of the majority of America who influence the laws while giving their consent to protect their privilege. But as the majority of them, I don't trust cops. That's another thing. That's another thing that I'm going to be happy to explain in my essay. Body paragraph 4. I'm running out of time, so I'm going to speed this up. Basically, I'm going to explain that quote. I'm going to tell you how I feel about this quote. Not personally how I feel. I'm going to give you details, insight. on what an African American male feels. Getting what's it called? We're getting not protagonized. Getting God, I can't find the word. Getting forget it. All right, and then the conclusion, I'm gonna wrap everything up. I'm gonna say this is the reason why us black people are racially profiled and how we get profiled on a daily basis. That's what's gonna be what I'm gonna put in this essay, and that's it. That's how I'm gonna do it. All right.